I would like to say Happy Mother's Day to all.
Oh
To
yeah,
all,
happy Mother's Day. That's why all the hearts.
Happy Mother's Day. Okay, okay, I can rock with that.
So now understand the why. I was thinking about this again. When we first started this thing,
Mm-hmm.
why we do it? And people ask why. And I was thinking about this and I was like, the part two of the why is that it's a legacy piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at YouTube in general and social media in general,
Mm-hmm.
there's millions
Mm-hmm.
of video uploads every day. I think they
Correct.
said something like 20 million every day or
Oh
some
wow.
some astronomical figure every day.
Okay.
Information is uploaded in social media.
Mm-hmm.
The one creator was talking about how YouTube, the algorithms and the dynamics of it is changing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
always changing because YouTube is always trying to keep their money for them. They have
Mm-hmm.
one objective: profit. And
Mm-hmm.
they have to always change things to keep things profitable, to keep things fresh.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty successful creators, but they were like, at the end of the day, everything has really been said already. What people are doing now on social media platforms is retelling or rehashing stories that are already been told,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
And just telling them in a different way. And he was saying that's how people, and they gave several examples of 3, 4 different videos,
Mm-hmm.
all the same subject matter, all tweaked in a little bit different way.
Right. Right.
And so that's why everything starts to look the same.
Mm-hmm.
But again, remember I told you these people struggle for content.
Yes.
And I can tell if you watch any channel long enough, especially if they're big channels,
Mm-hmm.
you can see the videos where they're struggling for content because they
Mm-hmm.
have a concept or they're doing something that you already saw somewhere on 10 other channels,
Right. Right. Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So back to the why we do it, right?
Right. Right.
If everything has been covered already, everything has been told already,
Mm-hmm.
what hasn't been? Our story.
Right.
Why? Because we're individually, uniquely us. There's no
Yeah.
duplicate,
No.
right? There may be
Right.
similarities. Similarities, oh, they got a couples channel. There's thousands and billions of couples
Couple
channels out
channels.
there.
It is.
Well, what's different? The two people involved.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're telling our personal story,
Right.
it's going to be uniquely to us.
Yes.
That's part of the why.
Why we do it.
Right. So now think about it. If you fast forward this past when we are no longer here,
Mm-hmm.
as long as a computer exists, we exist. So if, unlike, here's an example. I have very fond memories of my grandmother.
Okay.
Probably the single greatest human being I know in my life,
Mm-hmm.
without a doubt.
Okay.
Not to take anything away from my mom and my dad, they're superheroes, right?
Okay. Right.
What she is a whole nother level of things.
That is correct.
So the only memories I have is what's here, her picture, her picture of her when she was an infant, on a little tin from 1901. I've got a
Wow.
tin film, right, in handwritten letters. So with all of that, I can put together the story here. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's why I have to make sure I don't lose this and keep the cognitive function going,
Gotcha.
right?
Yeah.
But now with this, when generations that we don't even know
Mm-hmm.
will be able to go back and say, that's my great, great, great. That's my, and see and fly.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So it becomes a legacy piece. That's part of the why.
Okay. Never looked at it like that. Never even thought about it like that. But it
Well,
makes
it takes
sense.
you to be off your rocker like me to do
You are now off your rocker, but okay. You think different, but you're not off your rocker. I give you that.
that.
I give you that.
But that's what I was thinking about the part two of the why,
Okay.
you know. And no, it's not driven by trying to be big stars and trying
Yeah.
to make a whole lot of money. Now, don't get me wrong. A check come across the table, I ain't passing it up,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
But if it means me not being uniquely me
It's not
and have
happening.
to struggle now for content that's not uniquely me,
Mm-hmm.
right? I may give you one video like that, but that's I can't do no more.
Yeah.
I'll take your check for one video.
Yeah.
you know, because it becomes just like an entertainer singing and stuff like that. You want that next hit, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You want that next banger, right?
Yeah.
To keep
Yeah.
things going, right? That's why these motherfuckers is still out on tour,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. But again, that's a legacy piece for them,
Yeah.
you know, especially now with videos and people recording on social media and sharing the videos. Those things will live forever. Hey, you know, you think
Correct.
about it. Michael Jackson, Prince, they kind of walked into the video age.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, without the old footage being shared on social media,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the new people coming in will uniquely think they're doing something new.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're not. You put your spin on it,
Right. Right.
but you're not uniquely doing something new.
Correct.
Your time frame is different. So
Yeah.
it's new to the time frame that you're in.
Yeah. It's new in this era. Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't knock it. I don't
Mm-hmm.
knock it at all. But don't downgrade those that came before you.
Yeah.
No. So just like I don't beat up on those in front of me. I mean, that's being born now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't beat up on them. I don't
Mm-hmm.
I don't degrade and downgrade the accomplishments and contributions of those of the past.
Mm-hmm.
And keep that shit in balance. And that's where I think people lose the whole idea of what's going on. They don't have any balance
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
the future and the past. The building here, check this out, right? A story from when I used to work that job, right? So
Okay.
I get called to this building. This is a big money building. Um,
Yeah.
there is like several celebrities and sports stars that stay in that building. I get called there. They're talking about all the cars in the garage. They've got
Mm.
a garage that secures behind you. It's got to be an internal thing
Right.
because all these cars have been going through. And a lot of those folks move from the suburbs, so they don't lock their doors.
Yeah.
And every time I would take a car entry there, I'd be like, look, where are you from? And it's usually they're from the suburb. You gotta lock your car. You're living in an urban environment. But we got a secure garage. Lock your door. Knock it off. Just knock off that bullshit.
Right. Right.
The management started tracking it because of so many complaints.
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, we think it's this dude. And they started putting two and two together. They
Mm-hmm.
had a tenant that was 19, 20,
Okay.
and they called. They said, we think it's him, but we don't have any proof.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, how does a 19, 20-year-old afford a place like this? What does this dude do? Well, he
Trust me.
was a student at the university is not too far from there. He
Mm-hmm.
was a student, and mama is footing the bill for the apartment,
Gotcha.
but they think he has a drug problem.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. Right.
Right.
And I said, well, what makes you think he's got a drug problem? And they were like, his mother kind of alluded to that he's under doctor care for. I said, yeah, he got a drug problem. He's probably going to a shrink. But they said his apartment is starting to smell and we want to do a welfare check. I said, sure, we can. Not a problem. To make sure the young lad is okay.
Right.
So we go up to the apartment. This chick was so scared. She was like,
She's scared to
give me a
open his
damn
door.
key. Give me a damn key. It's like doing a caper with somebody that's scared and
Right.
shit. That's what it
Yeah.
was like. Give me a damn key. So we go into the apartment, welfare check, and I'm messy Marvin, right? This
No,
mother
not you.
this motherfucker had a disaster going there. Pizza boxes all over the place. Just it, it really was a good reason for us to be there, and it's a good thing that we did because this dude had drug paraphernalia all over the place and everything. I'm like, okay, all right, he's officially a drug addict, right?
Right.
And so I said, well, I get it, mom's footing the bill. I couldn't tie him breaking into the cars.
Okay.
It was so much junk in the apartment. I was looking for anything that belonged to somebody else,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
right? So I was like, telling them, well, you need to get a hold of mom and figure out a situation. Now, the girl was like, oh, we've been talking to her and this, that, and the other. I said, oh, she paying that bill, y'all. I ain't gonna do nothing. Long as she paid
Yeah.
that bill, they wasn't gonna do nothing. I said that's fine. I said, but you relayed to your bosses that 9 times out of 10, he's the one that's doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
He knows where your cameras are.
Mm-hmm.
So he's eluding your little camera system, right?
Correct. Right.
Y'all want to keep having this problem? Keep him
Keep him in
there.
that. Right.
Keep him there.
Right. Right.
Because that was, I don't know what they finally did from, but after a while they stopped calling about it. So I'm assuming he probably moved.
Right.
Yeah. So what would you say? Trust fund? Yeah, trust fund kid.
Yeah. You
Trust fund
trust
kid.
fund, baby.
Because I'm betting that rent over there at that time was probably about a good 4 or 5 grand a month.
Okay.
And this was a good 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Oh,
knows what it is now. Probably
right,
about
right,
7, 8 grand a month now.
right.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, along
It,
with a list of other things that the month is. They're killing me with these months and stacking all this stuff, and then
it's a
mental
lot
health
going on.
awareness month. There's something month. There's something in this, that, and the other, all in the same month, right?
Yeah.
And my problem, not necessarily with the awareness part, because
Mm-hmm.
it's an important topic and to draw awareness too. So I applaud that part.
Right.
But my whole problem with the whole mental health uh, situation that they have in the United States is, where is the motherfucking funding?
There is none.
Right. And that's part of the whole problem, is that we already have a chemical based diet. We don't have a food based diet. We have a chemical based diet where food is the delivery system.
Mm-hmm.
That's really what our diet is.
Yeah. True.
So,
True.
so they've got no morals or standards when it comes to food supply. That's one fucking problem. Two, they're talking about the rise of mental health issues in people. Well, you got such a synthetic diet, your body
Yeah.
can't
That's
adjust to it.
contributing. Right.
Right. That's
Right.
contributing to it. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you won't fund it. So the average person, even if they have health insurance, the 4 or 5 little covered visits they get you is going to do what?
Nothing. That
Most
ain't even
people would
scratching the surface.
ain't even scratching the surface. Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
most people with those type of issues, you know, the little 4, 5, 6 little visits that's covered under your insurance ain't shit,
No.
right?
Right.
I'm like, I dig the awareness thing because they're trying to get some awareness to this whole situation. I applaud that 100%.
Correct.
But you shuck and jive ass insurance companies that's raking the fucking money out of people, right? You shuck and jive ass politicians that just run your fucking mouth about nothing, you know,
Right. Yeah.
elect me. Where's the goddamn funding? How about
Wait,
that?
did you say elect you?
No, that's what
Oh.
they say. Elect
Oh,
me.
okay. I
Elect
was gonna
me.
say,
Right.
okay, you
No,
running
they
now. You got my
nah,
vote,
they
but what you say? The world ain't ready
nah,
for you.
they ain't gonna fuck about it.
That's why I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Did you say elect you? Is
Yeah,
this something you ain't telling me
nah,
here? You
no,
know,
they don't want no parts of that. I ain't gonna even try to,
it's kind of late to get on the campaign trail, but I'm with you. Let's do this.
no, no. Uncle Lucas is running down in Florida.
What are you running for?
I I believe it's Congress
Okay,
or
okay.
or something. He's running for something. Don't quote me. He's
I
running.
won't.
Yeah, Luther Campbell running for public office. My thing about the whole mental health and what we're not doing,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
It definitely needs more funding.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But
Because
as
the average person can't afford to take off work for a year and go to some treatment facility and all this other stuff. They just, even with working person's insurance, is not going to cover that.
It's not. And the
Right.
thing about it, they just throw medication at you, and medication ain't always the answer.
No, and so you're taking a chemical process and putting a chemical process on top of it.
Do you think all women should be mothers?
I I don't think it's a okay from my perch. There's some human beings that should not have other human beings.
So you said there's other humans that should not reproduce,
There you go.
or should I phrase the question? Uh, do all women have the capability of being mothers? But
No,
you no, and you
no.
you answered it. Not not all
And it's
humans.
not for me to it's not for me to decide whether a person should or should not have children, right? Because I
Oh,
chose not to have children.
okay.
But uh there's some people who's like, you are definitely doing yourself a disservice. You're doing the new life you're bringing into the world a disservice, and hopefully they overcome those obstacles,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and you're doing the world a disservice.
Okay. So since you brought it up, can we talk about why you chose not to have any children?
It became the real base answer is because I personally don't like the world that I live in.
Okay.
Right,
Okay.
that's just in on a whole. It's not
Mm-hmm.
one particular thing. Right.
Okay.
So if I don't want to be here, why would I bring somebody else here to suffer along with me?
Makes sense.
So that just doesn't equate to me. So as a is in and I've had many opportunities to have children. At one point, they was like, "Oh, you'll make such a great dad. You should adopt kids and stuff." And I was like, "Nah, it ain't gonna happen." And it's not that part of it wasn't on whether or not I can actually be a father because I'm a father to many children, right, in another
Right.
way.
Right.
So my ability wasn't the issue.
Gotcha.
Right. When you get a real look at what you're working with, yeah, I wasn't that confident. I wasn't that convinced.
I
Right.
get it. I get it.
And
Yeah.
then, you know, the whole real base ideal is that I don't even want to be here. So why would I bring a kid here to be miserable or children to be miserable with me? So what am I going to instill in them? You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can only maintain the positive, we can do it spirit for a while. My inner self is going to come out. I hate this bullshit. It's a fucked up world. I hate this motherfucker. Now, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of beauty in the world if you
Mm-hmm.
look for it, right?
Right.
Without a doubt, so I'm not saying that there's no beauty in the world. I'm not rushing death. It comes when it comes, right?
Right. Right.
I ain't tripping on it either,
Mm.
you
I
know.
understand.
So that's the reason why I didn't have children, just because I didn't like the world. And people be like, well, uh, here's some of these arguments that I'm like, all of you motherfuckers can kick rocks, break your toe, go cry to somebody that gives a fuck. I'm not it. oh, what about your legacy and your name and all that? I give a fuck less about all that. That's why I got YouTube. There's my legacy, right? It's going to
What?
play on as long as video and AI is around. My legacy is there, playing out in motherfucking 4K or 1080p or whatever,
Mm,
right?
who knows what it'll be in the
Or
future? I
what
get it.
it'll be. But they'll be
I
like,
get
look at this dude. He wild.
True statement. True statement.
Right? That's
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
great, 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 great uncle. He's a wild dude, right?
Right. 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 It makes sense.
So that part of it, they can kick rocks on the legacy shit and keeping the name going and all that. Again, whatever time frame that you're born in, if you want to have 1,000 kids or whatever, you want to do the Nick Cannon, more power to you.
You're right.
I'm not here to knocking it. This is just my perch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
then, what was one of the other arguments? They didn't say this to me, but there was another guy who was saying that he will never have kids,
Mm-hmm.
and they called him selfish
Oh wow.
because he made a conscious decision not to have kids. They called him selfish, and I'm like, how the fuck can you call him selfish?
That's not selfish. That's the choice he made. I
That's
mean,
a personal choice. If you choose to have 20 kids, more power to you. I'm not knocking you. And this is
mm-hmm.
my whole thing about a lot of things in life. You have the freedom to make the choices and do what you do.
Correct.
The fuck you criticizing me for? I ain't fucking with you,
Right.
right?
Right.
Now, I can have an opinion and say there's some people I think that are unfit to uh, raise children just because of their fucking mindset is all fucked up. But
Correct.
again, that's me talking about just their mindset, and they really should evaluate that myself. That's what I'm saying myself. But I don't go around fucking with them with that.
Correct.
It
Correct.
is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Calling that man selfish because he doesn't want children, that's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
He
That's
doesn't want
wrong.
to add to the bullshit of the world. Because now, regardless of what anybody says, you don't know what those kids are going to be,
True.
right? You're pouring money into them education wise and giving them ideas and concepts and stuff like that. And that's cool. That's what you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't 100% guaranteed that
Mm-hmm.
motherfucker ain't going to be the next Hitler,
Mm-hmm.
ain't going to be the next Trump, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So my thing of evaluation and evaluating the world and what it is that I want to leave, nah, kids ain't it.
I
Now,
get that.
right. And so I'll impart philosophy and how I see things through my nieces and nephews, god kids, and things of that nature. It's my contribution. Have at it. Have at
I
it.
I get it. I
I'm
get it.
trying to
And
think what is the other argument people were saying. The legacy shit. Oh, I wanted to see an innocent part of myself and what's this other shit they talk about? You'll never know the joy of parenthood and what it's like to see yourself in another human being and this, that, and the other. You'll never understand that. I don't want to fucking understand it. I ain't got kids.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care. Right?
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's not bad. It's not bad. I
And
mean,
and and you know what? I don't even knock it if that's what your reasoning is or how you see it. Cool. I think a lot of people have kids out of, oh, this is what we're supposed to do. This is why we're here. Okay. If that robotic type thinking is what you're on, that's who you are. Who am
mm-hmm.
I to knock it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I just hit the reject button. You
Yeah.
know, no.
Yeah.
So no, that's why.
I get
Because
it.
right. And it's gonna be hard. I'm sure motherfucking keyboard warriors will find anything to argue with. But the
Mm-hmm.
fact that I don't like the world, I don't want to be here, uh, is the reason. Here's another one of these things. They said, who's gonna take care of you when you get old?
That's what they have homes for, but okay.
How about this? Uh, who said I'll reach that point to where I need to be taken care of? Right?
True.
I may
Yeah.
take care of the taken care of before I have to get in the position to be taken care of. How about that one?
It's,
Let the
I mean,
algorithm figure that out.
it, they, people can throw out a lot of opinions of why you should have kids.
Mm-hmm,
But to me, it's like, okay, if you choose not to have kids, that's your choice. But
mm-hmm,
then the thing I don't like to see, and I have no control over, is those that have kids, but then you're not taking care of the kids. You just keep having all these kids, and the kids are suffering because you're not taking care of them.
mm-hmm,
So it's like, is that fair to a kid? Because first of all, they're not asked to be born. They're not asked to be brought into this world. They don't
mm-hmm.
ask you. So you bring them into this world, and then you don't take care of them like you supposed to, and now they're suffering. But then you still running out here having more babies. That's not fair. And so it's like I don't like to I don't like to see that.
Well,
That's that's just
what
me.
is a parent really responsible for? Food, shelter, um, some kind of aspect of philosophy in the world, survival skills. You know,
Mhm.
a lot of these kids are not even getting proper survival skills.
No.
So they're learning the wrong set of survival skills and ended up dead or in the jail,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And you know, like I said, I just don't want to be in that mix for uh the the whole thing because like I said, I don't want to be here. I didn't ask to be
Yeah.
here, don't want to be here. You know?
Well, I'm glad you're here.
But there's a lot of people that tell me that they're glad I am here.
I well, I'm one person. I'm glad you're
Right.
here.
And
You know.
and while I am here, I try to adhere on the just be a good human being, you know,
Mhm.
that kind of thing. But unfortunately, not everybody ascribes to that. That's why we got war. That's why we got famine. That's why we got, countries of people are starving and underclass and overclass and all that bullshit, right?
Yep.
Because
Yep.
they don't want to adhere to just being a good human being. You know,
Correct.
I have to treat you like you're some piece of shit that's in my way. And once I'm done with you, flush you down the toilet. You know.
Yeah.
But again, I'm gonna reiterate: there are some very beautiful things about the world we live in, and there's some, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate the beauty about the world. So not everything is gloom and doom, right?
Correct. Correct.
Well, I don't see everything as gloom and doom and whatnot. Um, so
Yeah.
that's the reason. I'm trying to think how to frame this right.
Oh, it's one of them questions. Okay.
I'll use it just in general. If a person proposes marriage,
Okay.
marriage proposal, and the other person rejects the proposal, is the relationship over?
Uh, no, no, because first of all, you have to first find out why the person said no. It could be something going on that they haven't. um work through, or they don't feel it. It's the time right now. Or I mean, it could be a number of reasons why they say no, but that don't mean you have to end the relationship. I think that's a conversation that needs to be had to find out why you said no, in
There
my
was a
opinion.
this came up in something I was watching, and the person proposed, and they got rejected,
Mhm.
and that was wrapped. They moved on, and people were debating, was that the right course of action? And there were some people that were saying, like you, it depends
Yeah,
on the circumstances. Not everything is a cut and dry
it's
uh,
not.
to that thing.
I try to be an optimist
And that's good. Yeah,
because,
good.
you know,
Right. Because see,
especially
that's where the balance comes from. Because I'm a Debbie Downer. I'll ruin it for everybody. Fuck them.
well, see, when you think about it, you gotta look at the fact. First of all, if you've been in this relationship, just say you've been in this relationship for 2, maybe 3 years, and finally you decide to propose, and then she says no. There's a reason for her saying no at that particular time. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, how was the past relationship? Was there something we need to work through before we decide to make this commitment? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Or, and then it's like, why are you willing to? I feel like this in any relationship. Why are you willing to put all this time and work into a relationship then it end? Of course, all relationships end for a reason. They don't. You have some people just say, "Oh, well, it just ended." There's, and at first, I never thought that you can actually grow apart from a person, but you can't actually grow apart because you're no longer seeing things the same. Which you never really see everything the same, but you were kind of like on the same page far as this relationship going. And all of a sudden, there you went left, she went right, and it's like, okay, what are we doing here? Why are we? Now you're at the point to where you're wasting time, each other's time. It's like, okay, why are we here? We're not, we're not
Are you
progressing.
growing apart? Um, Not necessarily because you're not seeing things the same, because like you said, you're not necessarily seeing everything the same.
Correct.
Or are you growing apart because you necessarily are not tolerant of what the other person, who they are and how they operate and this, that, and the other. Your tolerance for how they move is no longer there.
Exactly. You are done tolerating it. It's like I accepted you for the way you were. Now I can't take it no more. It's like it's done drained the life out of you. And it's like I
Mm-hmm.
just can't do this no more. It's like I don't care how many years I done put into this. I just can't do it no more. I'm tired. I'm physically, mentally tired of
Mm-hmm.
trying to put on this facade of, oh, everything's good, everything. You do get tired of just playing that role, and it's like I just got to get away because it will mentally, it will destroy you if you stay any longer. You don't already probably stay too long as it is,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really to the point to where I just can't take it. I can't tolerate your nonsense or whatever the case. I took you for what you were or who you were, but now I'm at my wits end. I can't do it no more because now I'm losing myself even more into it to where I'm not mentally stable no more. And once you start getting mentally unstable, it started causing in physical issues. So your health start messing with you because your mental is starting to mess up. So it's like it's a trickle effect. It all just start trickling down that, and then all of a sudden, just say you get sick, down and out, or pass away. and this person's still on to the next person that's tolerating them for however long. And it's like you done drained and killed me, and you still out here doing the same thing. It's like, nah, I'm whatever little life I have left to live, I'm gonna go and live my life, even if being alone, I don't care. I'm just not gonna tolerate your lifestyle no more. So yeah, it
Sure.
happens.
Or
It
your
happens.
philosophy or how you roll.
Exactly.
I get
Exactly.
it. And then
Yeah.
one thing I see on the internet a lot, and it's a matter of perspective, right? I don't get into the male female arguments
Mm-hmm.
because I think they create more of a divide than
Mm-hmm.
they do uh, bringing people together.
Mm-hmm.
And one of these things I saw was somebody posted a man will lose his whole self trying to please a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, a lot of these little sayings and cliches
Mm-hmm.
are really gender neutral. And that's
They
why I
are.
don't get into the divide. Males do this, women do that, because a lot of that shit is gender neutral. And part of the problem with relationships, modern time wise,
Mm-hmm.
was that they let social media and all these feel good people
Mm-hmm.
divide you on the lines of male female relationships, and oh, men are gonna do this and women do that and this that, and I'm like there are certain things that each of them do only because it's either taught in the culture to do that,
Mm-hmm.
and then once the culture shifts, right? And what I
Mm-hmm.
mean by a shift is there was a time where women were not heard.
Mm-hmm.
So now when women are being heard and the female revolution happens, that they can come out without their bra on, they gotta wear a
Ah,
bra, a slip,
right.
and all that, a girdle. Oh, we don't have to do that no more. And all that comes out. Now this big male female divide comes
Mm-hmm.
when in actuality is both of you.
Mm-hmm.
And you're both falling for the same bullshit of the psychopath.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't get into that, because a lot of that shit is culturally taught and it's
Mm-hmm.
false and it's
So
bullshit.
when you say gender neutral, I just want to be clear. That's referring to either or can do it.
Yep,
Okay.
yep.
Now, and I just want to be
So
clear because I've once heard, whereas in a statement was, I can't remember exactly what statement, but it comes like this: when if a man says something and a woman says, well, that could go both ways.
mhm,
I heard someone say that mean when a woman comes back with that, well, that go both ways. Just say, for example, I got to call you, I want you to call me all the time. And you say, well, that should go both ways. We should be calling each other.
mhm.
Is you saying that because you a hurt person, or because it literally should be going both ways? I feel it should literally be going both ways. But there was a guy that said, oh, when a woman say it go both ways, that means she hurt. She's hurt. Somebody hurt her. Like, no, that just
No,
means it goes both ways. It's like either or. It's not a gender specific. It can go either way, male or female, but
but
that's
see,
a
culturally, he's taught that.
mhm.
He's taught that culturally,
Mhm.
and he may, okay, even if you have an experience with a female that is like that, that's not all
Mhm.
females.
Correct.
Right? But because he
Correct.
taught that culturally, he spews that pea brain knowledge like he's an expert,
Right, right, right,
right? And now
right.
he applies that bullshit pea brain knowledge to every woman,
Mhm.
right?
You're right.
So the new girlfriend says, hey, we need to have an even exchange on these phone calls and stuff like that. Oh, you must have been hurt back then. And then he goes into his ego bag of pea brain bullshit. And here it
Yes.
comes, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Because that's how he's been culturally raised to be, right?
Yeah.
Remember, I always say men are raised to be pea brain like that,
Mhm.
right? So
Mhm.
then, from the female perspective, again, they didn't have a voice back in the day,
Correct.
right? So
Right.
now that they have a voice and they're saying, hey, this is what I want. And to me, that's effective communication, right?
I agree.
But because we got these pea brain norms, our social
Mhm.
norms, a lot of them are just pea brain norms.
Mhm.
It's stupid ass shit that they was taught and they running with
Gotcha.
until they hit a super brick wall that they can't bullshit their way through or over.
Mhm.
Then, oh, maybe I should take a look at that.
Nah, that yeah, I get what you're saying.
So,
I get
and
yeah.
that's all that bullshit is. And if you
Mhm.
fall, and don't get me wrong, nobody comes out the womb knowing this shit,
That is correct.
right? But the way you don't evolve
Mhm.
is keep believing the pea brain shit you learned when you was 15, 16, 17, 18 into your 20s, you know,
Yeah.
without furthering yourself to go, no, that's some bullshit they taught us, or that's some bullshit we learned along the way about male female relationships,
Yeah.
right?
I agree. Yeah.
That's how you don't evolve. And you stay
Yeah.
pea brain till you 90 years old, and then this is how you treat a woman, and blah, blah. Fuck out of here. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
some of the people that get themselves in trouble, who, if you have a pea brain mindset
Mhm.
and you're running off that, and now you have a modern lady who's making all the dough,
Right.
right?
Right.
So now you got to take your pea brain mindset and try to make it keep up with the sophistication of where your mate is,
Correct. Correct.
right? And then you take it from there. You look like a fucking ass,
Well, I'm
you know.
I'm glad we are where we are. I have learned a lot from you
Well,
with this male ego and pea brain. Because now, I mean, now I get back. I get to sit back and watch. And the reason why I say it helps me because me, I raised the son as a single parent.
mhm,
So, and granted, he had grandfathers around, uncles around,
mhm,
and older cousins, but still, he spent a lot of time within my home. And then there's still things that now he's older, we still talk.
mhm,
And there's still things that as a mother I can still tell him. There's a lot of things he got to learn, but he still calls and we still talk. So,
sure.
you know, regardless to how they say a woman can't raise a man, which I still don't believe that either, because you could still, a woman, there's some things that a woman can't teach a man, but
Mhm.
we can raise a man. I mean, my son is a perfect gentleman, but there's
Well,
still
you
some. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. There's still someone.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, you'll have the pea brainers argue, and they'll use the current generation as the backdrop of their argument. Oh,
Mhm.
that's why motherfuckers is soft. That's
Yeah.
why they soft. No, that's not
Mhm.
why they're soft. That's not why they're soft. They're this is a different time.
Mhm.
Everybody has to evolve, right?
Mhm.
If you
Mhm.
stay in the same fucking 1902 mindset, you're
Yeah.
never gonna evolve to be something more. I was saying this the other day. I don't jump on the bandwagon of beating the shit up out of these
Mm-hmm.
young people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some wild shit going on,
It is.
but it's a
Right.
wild world.
It is.
And these young people don't have control over that shit. They don't have
Mm-hmm.
control over how fast computers move
Mm-hmm.
or the computerization or the AI. They don't have control over how wild the world is and blowing itself up and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So why am I going to sit there and try to dump on them about they need to do this and we did that? Oh, that's because you pea brain motherfuckers are mad because it happened to you. And in our generation, we got dumped on by the previous generation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we're like,
Mm-hmm.
well, that's what made us stronger and this, that, and the other. Did it really?
Good question.
Did it really?
Yeah.
No. Now, I'm not saying everybody should get a trophy.
You're right.
I don't think that's a good thing either because you have to experience adversity in order to know how to deal with adversity.
Mm-hmm.
So losing a damn basketball game is part of it. You gotta
Right.
learn how to fucking lose a game. You ain't gonna
Right.
win forever. You don't
Right.
win on every occasion,
You
you
don't.
know, because if that's the case, your heroes would never die.
Yep.
So it's not realistic to just give everybody a trophy and say it'll be okay. No, you have to have some adversity in life. But the
Mm-hmm.
part of evolving, this is where people don't get. Part of evolving, and you have children with
Mm-hmm.
the hope that they don't have to experience the shit you had to experience.
Right. Right.
They're going to have their own shit to experience in their generation. That's where they were saying the philosophy is, don't be trying to tie the next generation to your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Let them think and breathe and figure shit out and have some adversity and do this, that, and the other.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be done without dumping on them mentally and physically like they're a piece of shit and then
Mm-hmm.
say, figure it out.
Right.
That's how we grew up. That
Yep.
shit was wrong. I don't give a fuck what they say. That shit was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody want to get on the keyboard and cry about, oh, well, fuck you. How about that?
Okay. So do you want to tell us how you really feel? Yeah,
you
I
know,
get it. Yeah. Yeah.
and so now when you look at how fast things are moving, way faster than we ever thought they would move.
Correct.
And now look at the price of goods and services and what these kids are potentially making in their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
not even keeping pace.
It's not.
So they're going to have to figure out because a whole nother economy is coming.
It is.
And it shifted when we were coming up. When we were
Mm-hmm.
coming up, there were factory fucking jobs everywhere,
Everywhere.
every fucking place.
Yeah.
The economy shift to a service economy, and motherfuckers lost their mind. They couldn't believe it.
Mm-hmm.
So now these next generations are going to have to deal with the factor of AI and computerization fully being integrated. It's in your daily life now, but
Mm-hmm.
it's going to become part of you.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to
Right.
have to deal with that. We can't even phantom that. That's why I said it's not right to dump on them like they're doing something wrong. Like people people dump on this generation like they caused this fucking mess.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah.
got here.
They did. They did. And not
Maybe
by
you
choice.
motherfuckers caused this mess.
Mm-hmm.
but don't nobody want to take responsibility.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
they don't want to take the responsibility. They just want to call out what they don't see right, or because it happened to them, they have to transcribe that to somebody. Nah, fuck out of here.
Right. Yeah. It's funny when you started talking about computers though, because when you actually sit and think about where computers came from, because it's like when I was introduced to computers in school, we were using the floppy disk
Mm-hmm.
to keep everything recorded on. So
So
then
you talking high school, right?
high school, right?
Mm-hmm.
High school, you had the little floppy disk, and then it went from floppy disk to the little hard square discs. And then it's like, I mean, and I'm just saying how life has started evolving and changing as the years go by
Mm-hmm.
to where now we're here we are with AI. But then it went from that to you had internal memory. So you didn't have to have the hard disk or the floppy disk. And then now it's done went to the little memory, what did you call that? Flash drive.
Memory card, flash
Yeah,
drives,
the
yeah.
flash drive. So
Mm-hmm.
where you can download your stuff on that and take it anywhere you want to go. But it's like, and now you got AI. So it's like trying to get these kids to, as you say, not dump on them because they being hit with a way more than what we got hit with. They trying to keep up with what the changes of life. Our changes came, but they came not as quickly as they are coming right now. Because it's like, as I always tell you, I ain't fooling with this AI or Chat GPT or whatever. And you like, you mess with AI every day. Every time you log into the computer, you're dealing with AI in some form. I'm like, so you can't get away from it. So it's like, it's just interesting how things change throughout the years and how life evolves.
Well, the context. You said that
Hmm.
you you had access to a computer and big floppy square floppy disk in high school, right?
Right, right.
I went through high school and never touched a computer.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't get my first personal computer until I was working on the police department.
Oh, wow.
All through, uh, I was going through to get my associate's degree in police science. Touch a computer. I had a fucking word processor,
Yeah, I
and
remember
I thought
those.
I was the shit.
Woo, you
Right? I thought
dating
I
yourself
bought me a
now, buddy.
brand new word processor. I thought I was a I bought that. I bought it on sale. I think it was Office Depot, Office Max when they were separate. I bought it on sale, and about a year later, I realized why it was on closeout because the computers were coming.
Mm-hmm.
The personal computers were coming. I didn't have a cell phone until first, second year on the job because they weren't prevalent like that, right?
No. Yeah.
So that's the backdrop. These kids don't know life without a computer. They
Oh,
don't know life without a cell phone.
they don't.
They have no concept that a payphone. I saw on Jennifer Hudson's show.
Mm-hmm.
She had her. I think it was her nephew or somebody,
Okay.
and they had different devices there from back in our ancient time. Right.
Mm-hmm.
One was a computer. No, one was a type machine, a typewriter.
Okay. I
And they was
remember
like, you
those.
know what that is? He was like, yeah, we saw that in history class. He said, I think it worked something like this, you know,
Right, right, right.
a fax machine. And a fax machine is computerized. But
It
again,
is.
it's well beyond their knowledge base because they don't use them like that. I think in Japan, the fax machines are still a thing, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and they have several other devices that I think they have a rotary phone.
Oh wow.
He
Yeah.
had no clue what is that. They were looking at some of the stuff and they were like, hmm.
Yeah. As a kid, you would go to school and brag, "Oh, we got a cordless phone." When it went
Right,
from the rotary phone and the
right,
cordless phones came out, "Oh, we
right,
got a cordless phone at home." Yeah, I do. For real, how far it go?
mhm,
That was exciting.
right,
You look at these kids now, they're like, a cordless
right.
phone. They
Well,
confused about a house phone. You had a phone in the
right,
house?
right. And then it's so the world moves very fast and very
It,
quickly. These
it
kids
does.
don't know anything about that. You
No.
know, you want to stop car theft? Buy a standard shift. You know,
Yeah.
they don't know how to drive no stick. So it's kind of like that meme where they're using the Samuel L. Jackson character, and then they
Mm-hmm.
got the meme. If you never had two car keys, you better watch your tone with me.
It makes sense.
You
It
know,
makes
and
sense.
exactly. So
Hmm.
why I'm on dump on them, especially about some shit that they don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. That's true.
and really, unless they're going to be some type of heavy rig driver,
Hmm.
what they need standard shift for.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
race car driver, you know,
Hmm.
ride motorcycles, and they ain't even getting into that now. You know,
I was gonna say them. You can find them automatic now. So like,
well, yeah, and with the rise of e-bikes, they're cheaper, they're smaller. You know,
hmm, hmm,
you know, so it's that kind of thing. A lot of people just don't want the realization that the world is moving forward without it.
hmm,
You stay stuck in 1980 if you want to.
hmm,
Even with the music, I don't give my nephews and great nieces and shit like that. I don't give them a hard time about the music they listen to. We
hmm,
got dumped on because we listened to rap and it wasn't R&B. But now look
hmm,
at it, hip hop took over the world.
hmm.
So now the hip hop that they're listening to now is way different than the hip hop I listen to. But I don't
Yes.
knock them for that. I
Yeah.
may not listen to it, but I don't knock them for that. Why? Because that's their time.
Hmm,
That's what's
hmm,
popping in their time. I'm not going to do what they did to us.
hmm.
Y'all listen to that old beat boppy pippity hippity hopper shit. The fuck is
Yep.
that? You know?
Yep. Yep.
So I'm not going to do the, like, y'all listen to that old funky ass mumble southern rap shit. You know? No,
Right.
no. It's relevant to the genre.
Hmm.
And it makes people a whole lot of goddamn money.
It
Fuck,
does.
get your money. And but now here's the thing about the whole the whole music industry thing.
Hmm.
And okay, I'm gonna get on a rant now. Right?
All right.
The entertainment business at whole
Hmm.
is nothing but predatory.
Hmm.
Who are the people that keeps the energy in the genre of
Hmm.
entertainment? Young people.
Hmm.
And what do? They built a whole industry built off of taking advantage of young, poor kids.
Hmm.
Now, in any other practice, we'll be saying that's predatory.
Hmm.
Those are predators,
Hmm.
right? I'm going to
Hmm.
make you rich at 19 years old, and I'm going to
Hmm.
take fucking 100%, 75, 80% of your future revenue. But don't worry about that now.
Hmm.
Here's some shoes and some cars and a house for you and this, that, and the other. And you wonder why motherfuckers is still on tour. Because it's a
Hmm.
predatory industry.
Hmm.
Just the internals and how they work is
Hmm.
predatory.
Mhm.
I don't see nobody marching in the streets. I don't see nobody
Mhm.
going to jail for being a predator and cheating a fucking 15, 16-year-old. Oh, well, he had an adult. Your family don't know nothing about no goddamn contracts.
Mhm.
Ask New Edition that when they fucking got off the bus after going on tour and hearing their records on the radio, and they get off the bus on tour and go back to the fucking hood.
Mhm.
The fuck out of here. If you ain't telling me that's predatory, you're a fucking idiot. You part of the
Right.
goddamn problem.
And knew they couldn't afford no attorney, so
Exact.
all they seen was a good life coming for them.
Exact. So,
At least they,
you
yeah.
know, these motherfuckers get off me today. I ain't with it. I ain't the one. Fuck what you heard.
Right. Yeah.
Now, it takes time in to get there,
Mhm.
to
Mhm.
understand that. Right. Now, when those young people were younger and coming up, yeah, they just wanted to be famous. They just wanted to, get their moms out the hoods and shit like that. And this and I get it 100%.
Mhm.
I'm not knocking the artist at all. I'm on
Right.
your side.
Right.
I'm knocking the industry because your practices are predatory,
Mhm.
especially when you start to hear language like, oh, that's just how things work.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. When you got a question about why your check's so low. Oh, that's a
Mhm.
standard contract. It's just standard fare.
Mhm.
This motherfucker's 18, 19 years old, and his mama ain't too much older.
Mhm.
No, neither one of them know shit in life. And you
About
just take
contracts at
advantage
least.
of it. Oh, that's the way it goes. Tough luck,
Mhm.
motherfucker. No, fuck you.
Mhm.
You're
Mhm.
predators. And the fuckers that don't do nothing and just go along with it, you're just as guilty, you fuckers.
Karma's gonna get them all.
Oh, here we go with that bullshit.
You know I had to do it.
Here we go with the karma bullshit.
I had to do it. I had to do it.
Mm,
Uh,
mm. The Western karma motherfuckers. Oh, come on, yeah. Your excuse to do not a goddamn thing about yourself. You
mhm.
know. And for the record, karma, the way Westerners practice karma, is totally wrong. You got the fucking concept wrong. You got the fucking idea wrong, and you practice it backwards as fuck. Karma is about checking your inner self. It's got nothing to do with revenge. God's gonna get you. God don't like ugly. What
He
comes
don't.
around goes around. Blah, blah, blah. That's a bunch of bullshit. All that's a bunch of bullshit. But motherfuckers run around here like it's the gospel. It's not the gospel. It ain't the gospel. You're practicing it wrong. And where y'all got it wrong is because you Westerners are always about sensationalism and hype. That's where you get the shit wrong. That's my PSA for today. Karma.
Okay. Okay. I'm here.
The
I hear
smallest
you.
PSA for today is karma and
Mm.
how in the Western world you have karma fucked up.
Okay.
All righty.
I have nothing to
Next.
say.
I'm on a roll here.
I see.
Next.
I see. I see.
Don't stop. Get it, get it, get it, get it. Do the brown. Do the brown.
Okay.
Right, right.
All right.